was a countdown, so I thought it was like at least a 5. It was like,
no.
5, 4, 3, 2. It was like, no, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Anyway, welcome to another bonus episode.
Bonus!
This one is a fun one, and for mod we've been meaning to do. Honestly, it's been my fault just because this is my one of my favorite mods. This and Wicked Whims, which is why
your bread and butters.
It's my bread and butter. Sex and drugs in the Sims.
Sex and drugs.
Ooh ah. Nothing. No. So we are. Well, first of all, I'm Allie.
I'm Caitlin. That's it. We're the only 2 people here.
You know what? It's okay. We're fun. We're doing good. Because I'm going to explain lots of drugs to Caitlin.
I'm going to learn things today. Yay! I did want to download this to test it out so I could at least add maybe something to the conversation. But my dad was here the last week and a half, and I didn't want to explain because sometimes he looks at me playing games, and I didn't want to explain this to him.
You know, I explain. Yeah.
Wicked Whims came out because where my computer was, there's a big window, and I was like, I don't know.
Even now, even though I'm all like, Wicked Whims, and my partner would come walk in the room. I'm all like, I'm not being weird. I promise.
This is the game.
This is just my game. Yes, love me still. I don't
I have no regrets. So
I have no regrets. This is what I like.
You said you'd love me at my worst, and no, but also Wicked Whims is great, so it's not the worst.
I know, right? There has been worse. No, I know there are worse. We are reviewing Basemental mod. Basemental drug mod.
What does this mod do?
This mod makes it functional for your Sims to do drugs.
Drugs! Which weirdly isn't in the game.
No.
Weird.
No, it's not.
There's the fizzy drink. You can make something akin to wine, but it's juice. And there's a bar, but it's just juice because kids can drink those drinks.
Yes. So it's so funny. I always play with this mod. I always forget that all the drinks are juices, technically.
Yes. fizzy juices.
They're all fizzy juices. Because then with the Basemental mod, they will change all of the drinks in there. It's one of the things of it. All the alcohol drinks, they'll change them to regular drink names. So you'll have your Long Islands, your salty water dogs, your IPAs, you'll have all those, your mimosas, your gin and juices, your tequila sunrises.
There's a juice in a mimosa.
They got that champagne.
Yeah. The bubbly part. This is off track. Have you seen, there's an SNL skit. It's got John Hamm and Michael Bublé in it. And it's definitely Michael Bublé. It's like they're opening a ham and bubbly is what the restaurant's called. But it's just that John Hamm has kidnapped Michael Bublé and is making him do this restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that every time I think of the word bubbly now, because it's just him going I could already tell he was pretty drunk and help me.
Help me. It's Bublé. Bubbly Bublé.
Shut up and sing.
Just sing, man. Just sing.
Da 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 da. And it's just him doing the da 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 da, whatever his one song was at the time. Just him being oh God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I'm doing it out of dress.
Oh, I haven't seen the sun. Oh, for days. Every time I think of bubbly, I think of Bublé. He's still trapped in that restaurant somewhere. John Hamm's keeping him captured.
He's just sitting there the entire time.
Doing a puppet show.
There. It's okay, we'll rescue you. We'll rescue you eventually. But, what was it? The mod features custom drugs, custom animations, altered walk styles, altered moods, altered needs. They have the come-ups, the peaks, the come-downs, the hangover, the addictions. You can go to rehab. They have the ups and the downs when it comes to adding these drugs to your mod. It's not just all the good. They have the bad as well.
So how long does the hangover last? Because that was one of the things that What was that one period? There's one slice of life. Like the period just lasted way too long for how long stuff was. Does the Hangover last a decent amount of time?
The Hangover lasts for I think at least I think it's like 12 hours. Like an actual like hangover. But
Oh.
if your sim gets like addicted to either alcohol or any of the drugs, it'll get a little moodlet of like it's addicted. It'll be uncomfortable for like 5 days unless you give it something. It'll be your sim will just be uncomfortable. It won't do
That's a good
anything.
amount of time though, because it's like if you're addicted, like it'll last like a long ass time for.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. So it gives you like a good, like the good and the bad when it comes to it, you know? It's
Mm-hmm.
not just like, and Basemental wants to know, in no way is it promoting, encouraging, or glorifying the use of drugs in real life. The harsh realities and negatives of prolonged drug use is one of the key features in the mod. PSA.
Rehab's in there. That's good. Doing the bad parts of it, because yeah, you could just easily be like, yeah, and then you just like bump a hit and go on with your day, and nothing bad ever happens to you.
Yeah, no, but then so, kind of I've had one of my sims be like a coke addict or like doing her work, but then like secretly like snorting coke at like that work or whatever. And
You get to see the line, like you get to
yes,
see them with a
you'll
card.
see not like the card because you'll buy like a little baggie, and then when you open the baggie, it'll show you have like 5 like little lines, whatever, and
Oh
it'll
my
actually show like
god.
little lines, like a little razor, like it's all cut up and everything. It's actually rather genius. Rather genius on the mod creator's part. And then you can also, with any of these drugs, you can obviously have them in your inventory, and then you can place them like in your lots. So, say if you're having like a club or a party, you can place them around, and then have other Sims just
Get addicted.
partake.
We brought this up in our Social Bunny episode because we are talking about if it's going to be like, if Sims 5 is going to be on, if it exists, if it's online, and like, what if you sent your sim to a base metal game and they just came back and you're like, what happened to
Oh
you?
Lord. They came back all strung out, like, what?
You were so pure and in college. What happened?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love when I send my sim, or if my sim becomes like an adult and goes off to college. I try really hard not to use like the mother load cheat. I'm like, let's make her make a little money, so then I'll have her be the school drug dealer, and it's okay.
Yeah. No, those people may bank. Like,
Let me make it bank, especially because okay, let me do a list of all the drugs that come in this mod. So you get cannabis, the devil's lettuce, as the squares like to call it, as I say. You have alcohol, tobacco, cocaine,
cancer stick.
I call it cancer stick or a cig. You have cocaine, which is what's the street name for cocaine? Coke, blow, rock, snow, sniff, sneeze, nose candy.
Sneeze. You hook me up with some sneeze. That
I
doesn't
know,
sound
right?
cool. Some of these like sound like you. Yeah, I get you sound cool saying that. You don't sound. I want hook me up with some sneeze.
Can I get some Bernice? How is Bernice one? What is this? Can I get some Bernice real quick?
You sound bougie.
That sounds bougie. Sounds so bougie. And then you get amphetamine, which is speed, shrooms. You'll get MDMA, which is ecstasy, Molly, love drug, happy pill, moon rocks, Gooby snacks.
Gooby snacks is good. I like that. I like that one for a code word.
I know, right? Let me get some Scooby snacks.
Because you'll just be legitimately like, oh, those cookies that they put out for
Yeah, and
yeah,
for Scooby Doo, yeah, those.
Can I tell you the worst decision I saw anybody make when I did work at the concert venue? So, like, whenever we cleaned up, there'd always be, like, shit on the floor and, like, gross stuff. Somebody found, like, a half-used, it was, like, a half-smoked joint, and they kept it, and they smoked it after. And it's like, you don't know who was smoking that! He just lit it up, and we're walking, like, because we walked in a like, it is in Detroit, so we walk in a group back to the because it's, like, 10 blocks back to where we can park for free, so as a group, we walk back at, like, 2:00 in the morning.
Of course.
He's like, well, it was just on the ground. And we're like, you're smoking something that you just found at the in
At a
the
concert venue?
in the upper balcony? No, like what? No, 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 no,
No. Why do
no.
you think it was half smoked? Maybe it was half smoked for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It was laced with something else and it was feeling a little funky. They're like,
Nope.
this ain't what I want today.
It's the upper balcony. We're not checking that shit. Like, it's too high up for us to go in there.
People go up there for a reason.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite, there was one moment, like, it was empty except for two dudes. They were separated by one chair. And then you just looked up there and there was a light. And then you just saw the light go between the two chairs. You're just like, oh, gee, I wonder what they're doing.
You're like, yeah,
whatever.
I just wonder.
Who's to say? But yeah, don't pick up drugs from the ground and do anything with them. Don't.
Yeah, don't. If you're gonna get drugs from people you know. Okay, like, and trust.
Pay it forward.
Don't get it from some random dude. No, be safe. Drug smart. Okay.
Also, people who smoke weed are the most generous people I've ever met in my entire life, especially with their weed, for the most part. They're like, oh, you want some? No? Okay.
Okay. No, you don't smoke? Okay, that's cool. Do you mind if I do? If not, okay, that's fine. But if you don't, cool. I'm a...
The most generous people with, like, just, you want some? You do? Okay, great. Do you want some water? Do you want some, like, what do you... I was like, okay, we're just going to make sure that you feel comfortable. And you're like, oh, yeah, everyone's so nice here.
No, yeah, stoners are honestly some of the most, like, nicest people you will ever meet. We're chill people. We are chill people.
I'm a bad person who I can't, because it makes me, I'm one of the people who it heightens my anxiety sometimes instead of lowering it, so I can't do it. I wanted to be somebody who could mellow out with it. Can't.
You're like, I wanted to be, but
I could have been something, but no, it just makes, I do take gummies to go to bed though.
I do also as well. It's
just knock me out.
I wonder if there's certain strains that will. I know I have a friend who certain strains of weed will heighten her anxiety, but others will not.
It might have been the strains. It might have been. Like, I know, like, one time, like, I spent a whole, like, night just smoking down, and I was just really good at Mario Kart, and that was the main thing that happened. I was like, I'm good at this game. But any other time I've done it, I've been like, no, this isn't helping anything. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, it may have been the strain. Even though whatever that chill night was, you're like, cool, Mario Kart, yeah. I got you, Mario.
Just me on the motorcycle, on the pink motorcycle, let's go. Just me and Peach.
Me and Peach, we're doing it, girl. We're doing it.
Every other time, wanted to hide.
You're like, no, don't want to do this.
Steroids.
Yes, you can do steroids, and you get them from some shady dealer who hangs out at the gym.
Is steroids is the one with the shade? Do they all come with shady dealers, or just the steroids guy?
So all of them you can get from a NPC dealer that you assign to when you download the mod, and then you can get them from there. But like steroids, you can only get from that shady dude at the gym.
Unless it's doctor prescribed. I think that's like they're trying to say, like, unless it's doctor prescribed, maybe don't do steroids. Maybe not the best for you.
It's okay. They have Xanax in here, which is my next one I was coming to, is Xanax. And you can get that one from going to a doctor's appointment. And your doctor can accidentally, air quotes, if you guys can't see me, accidentally prescribe you Xanax.
So do you need the what is that one expansion that get to work? Do you need get to work with it to go to the doctor, or you just
no? And I think with the mod, it comes with the little in your phone. It comes there in your phone. There will be another little circle with their little Basemental logo, and there you'll have a selection for doctor's appointments.
Is it a rabbit hole?
Call for a dealer. Yeah, we'll go rabbit hole.
Call for a dealer.
Yeah.
Most of these I'm just picturing, like, call a dealer is so extreme. It's just like, I just know this person who can get me drugs. It's my friend Jess.
I just know a guy.
It's somebody, like, I just know somebody who has it, and that's where I'm gonna go. I wouldn't like you're just like I guess are they a dealer? I guess they are a dealer.
Technically, yeah, you're just my friend though.
Right? We're friends.
You're like, but I know this is technically a transaction, but this isn't a drug deal. It's fine.
We're gonna hang out afterwards, so it's okay.
That's how they get you.
I'm not what the DARE program warned me about. No. I think okay, so the DARE program failed so fundamentally,
Yes,
and I
it
think
did.
it's because they went so hard on weed, and then once people tried it, they're like, "Well, this isn't as bad as like they fucking said." So the other
What
ones
are
probably
the other
aren't.
ones? Yeah, exactly. This one was not that bad, so the other ones can't be as bad either. No,
Let's go to
no,
cocaine. Let's just make that jump.
no.
Shrooms.
Shrooms, not that bad. No, I'm kidding. Xanax, yeah, you get Xanax, and then there's lean, that purple drink, which I still don't know exactly what that fully is.
Purple
I think
drink.
it's like codeine and like
I'm Googling. This will be great. Codeine and cough syrup.
Yes, it's codeine and cough syrup because that's something people like to put together.
I don't know what that would do to like my body. Like
I don't know. I never personally got that one. I just know I've heard it in a lot of rap songs. That purple drink, that scissor, whatever the kids say these days.
Prepared by combining prescription grade cough syrup with a soft drink and hard candy. It originated in Houston, Texas. Thanks, Wikipedia. It is purple. Look at it. Looks. I wonder, can I share a picture? Because I don't know if I want to share this in our chat.
You're gonna pop up in the group chat and be like, what is this?
Don't worry about it.
We're just talking about drugs, y'all.
This looks like Mary Poppins, like, you know when Mary Poppins pours, like, the drinks into the thing and it looks like the different... That's what it looks like to me. Purple drink came out of Mary Poppins prescription medication.
Drink came out of Mary Poppins. God dang that Mary Poppins.
That's how she gets through her day. How do you think she's magic? It's the purple drink.
I don't know. A spoonful of some kind of sugar makes that medicine go down. I'm just saying. Spoonful of that purple drink makes that medicine go down.
Yeah, the kids were just on some stuff. That's why they thought all the toys were moving around and they thought they were on the ceiling. They were just... It's the only way she would get to sleep.
That would explain the movie so much.
Actually would. There's a lot going on in that movie.
There's a lot going on. You can also get Adderall, LSD, and we said steroids already.
Roy D. Dillon.
From Roy D. Dillon.
Roy D.
I know, right? Roy. Okay, so once you put the mod in, you'll have to assign who your neighborhood drug dealer is gonna be.
Who did you pick? Who did you pick for yours?
I always pick... Well, sometimes I'll download from the gallery. Like, I'll literally type in, like, drug dealer or, like, shady person. And just because I want someone, like, already that looks shady. I don't know why. I feel like all my drug deals should be shady.
Who would be the funniest person to make?
I've had Judith Ward be a drug dealer once.
I like that a lot. I was thinking, like, Mortimer Goth would be pretty funny because, like, you would not expect that.
Yeah.
The younger male, he looks like somebody who, like, he also looks like someone who would tell on you for having it, but he sold it to you.
I've had Bob Pancakes be one just because he's so...
Yes. He's gotta be.
He's just flipping... God damn it, Bob. It's just one of those you would never suspect he'd be the neighborhood drug dealer.
Weed, he at least smokes. Like, there's no...
The Pancakes definitely at least... They do call a lot.
Eliza thinks she's straight edge, but she drinks.
She drinks a lot.
But Bob smokes. He might hide it by vaping, but he smokes.
That is true. That is true. Oh my god. But yeah, so you assign your neighborhood drug dealer, and then, you gotta schmooze them. You gotta befriend them. You gotta get that friendship level up before you can even, start asking.
You could be a cop. You could be a cop not telling them. So
it's true. It's true. But you gotta, like, get them to be at a friendlier level, and then you gotta be like, psst, what you got?
I heard you got a hookup.
what you selling? What prices you got? And you can actually talk to them about like the drug market prices.
Really?
Because in
Wow.
different, and then you can, yeah, so in different neighborhoods and different cities, the prices will be different.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the cheapest place? Is it a desert place? Is
Is
it Strangerville?
I never go to Strangerville anymore, so probably.
I feel like it's Strangerville. They all got to be on. There's no mother. They're just on drink.
That is not, yeah. That is probably a Strangerville. But I know, San Myshuno, their weed costs a lot. Just saying, them city prices.
City prices.
Them city prices.
You got to get it from out of town and bring it in if you don't get caught.
I know. But if you get tired of trying to track down a drug dealer, you can always befriend them enough, and then you can start selling drugs yourself. Look at that pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme.
That pyramid scheme of drug dealing in Sims.
Drug dealing kind of is a pyramid scheme, though, isn't it? I never really thought about it that way before, but like it works how pyramid. Just it's more success. It's just more successful
and not as rip-offy.
Yeah. With these Color Street nails, you can also get.
Yeah, so you can start selling drugs yourself, and then with selling drugs, you get your own, you get your own customer base, and your customers will call you up, be like, hey, can I come over and buy some weed? Or can I come over and buy some coke? You just go call and come over. They're like, can I buy some real quick? You can either say no, yes, go ahead.
Is there a sim that you always say no to, or a sim you're always like, yeah, and I'm going to charge you the highest price?
Penny's needy. I don't know what's with Penny. I don't know, maybe me and Vanity just have something against Penny, but Penny is always like, I want to come over. I want to do this. I'm like, bro, I just sold you some.
I think she's programmed to contact people a lot. I think she is. So. Like, especially if you're in the city, I think she's programmed to pop up a lot. I think.
Definitely.
I need to be in the city more to concrete, but I think if you play in San Myshuno, she's just programmed to be around. So she will visit you in any way that she sees fit, including.
Oh yeah, because when my sim is a sex worker sometimes, not the same sim that's also a drug dealer, that'd be just too much going on in her life for that.
They were roommates!
I actually never thought about that.
Ooh, they could be roommates, but they're trying to hide that one's a drug dealer and one's a sex worker from the other one, so they don't, like, they're just...
You just thought of my next little gameplay. I'm gonna be lost for the next 4 days now trying to figure this out.
If you want to make it super complicated, they could share a room. But that might be too hard.
That'd be too hard. No.
Or a loft, or the Murphy bed, if you want to add danger to...
I never do the Murphy bed. That's just too dangerous.
The fact that it killed when they launched it, like 90% of the people who used it died. Like, oh my god.
You're just like, no.
I mean, we wanted danger, but not that much.
Not that much danger. Let me set in the Wikipedia to lean.
I sure did. Look at the picture. It should be. Look at it. It shows a spoonful of it. And also the ingredients you need. It includes a cup that you can drink wine out of, so that's fun.
Oh. Okay. Oh, no, yeah, I see where okay, yeah, I see. Oh, this spoon does look like... I don't know, Mary Poppins may have had some lean up in that spoon. Just saying. Get them kids to, finally...
Energize and sleep.
And get them to sleep.
Do we put this in the show notes? No. Just... I'm not sure. I don't know.
Maybe for the Patreons? This is fully for Patreons, so maybe?
It's for research.
If you want to look at what lean looks like. Oh my god. But from dealing, you will get there's actually dealing skills. Ooh. So you can get like a cocaine dealing skill, speed dealing skill, cannabis dealing skill, and MDMA's dealing skill. And each one, as you level up, you unlock like different achievements.
It is a different skill set for each people. Like that, you're probably not selling to the same people for those products.
No.
So it's a
Yeah.
different jargon to learn. Different.
Different. Each one's different, especially, and like each customer is like a customer list for. They're like on my weed customer list. If I was selling multiple products, then you'd have to convince them to be on that list to get that product. You know, because you're not just like to your customers that will like call you. You're not just like picking random ones. You kind of have to talk to them, talk it up, schmooze it, bring up, hey, do you like weed? Do you like a little bit? Here's a funny joke about cannabis. Let me joke about the police with you. Let me seal the deal real quick, and now you're my customer.
So I heard you like smoking. Have you tried cocaine?
You buy a lot of weed from me. Have you tried MDMA? Did you
Tried shrooms. I grew it myself. Can you grow? Can you grow stuff?
You can. You can grow weed and you can grow shrooms. So if you're a gardener sim, you can plant them in your little garden.
That's actually really fun. I really like that you can grow shrooms.
And then if you have the get to work, you can do your own store and you can have your own dispensary and sell weed and shrooms.
Oh, they probably, can you like, there's no glass blowing, but like with the wood, it'd be cool if on the woodworking you can make your own pipe or something.
Ooh, that'd be cool if they can do that
cute.
with the woodworking. I haven't looked into that. I didn't see anything about that either. Ooh, that'd be cool.
That'd be super cute. Because what I do love all the bowls. Like I like you get really
like
creative
the little
with
pipe
bowls.
Designs and the bowls. Yeah,
they get really pretty. They get detailed. My friend has one that's like an elephant situation. I was like, this is so pretty. I'd be so afraid of dropping it.
Oh my god, I broke. Because between me and my partner, we have a couple bongs. Because we're in California, we like to smoke. We're smokers. It is what it is. And
no judgment. It just makes me nervous.
That's what I know. I broke my first bong that I got, and I was like, no. I had to go buy a new one, and I was like, I had to see all these pretty design ones, and like all of them. Like, well, I'm not spending $300.
Yeah, they get
I'm not
intricate.
No. I know you want your money's worth, but I ain't got that money right now. I'm like, give me this other one.
If you don't smoke and you don't know, bowls get really pretty, and because they're glass blown, so you can do like whatever you do with glass can happen. They get also weird.
They do get a little weird. People do some weird shapes.
So, fun fact about, because you can have a home bus and a police bus. I see on the script. The house I grew up in, there was the house across the street had multiple drug busts happen multiple times. I don't know. It was a renter. But like the police station was like a block away, and like we would like wake up to like sirens going and stuff, or like we'd be home and like they'd surround it. So then we just watch. I was like, what?
That's you're across the street. You're like, yep.
Again? We're mostly like, you're gonna do this again?
Did you not learn the first time?
You got raided 6 months ago. Like, what are you guys doing? What's happening over there? The police station's less than a block away.
Well, have you not learned? They can get here fast over here.
Yeah,
they're not far. They are not far.
And I could have just, I never noticed, but also I was like 9, so who knows? Probably there's probably a smell I didn't notice I was smelling that was coming from there. I was 9, who knew? But raided multiple times. It's kind of fun to watch.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Like, what are they gonna pull out? Anything good?
I know, you're like, what were they doing? What was going on? Oh, they were doing that? Oh, snap!
So have you been busted by the police or a SWAT team?
Surprisingly, I have not seen a single police officer in my game, and I even turned on to like watch. I even turned it like on to like police difficulty high just to see, because you'll get police bust when they show that you're like a mid to high level dealer, like selling a lot of stuff. They'll come in, they'll talk to you, haul your sim off the jail, clear out your inventory.
Oh.
That kind of stuff. Yeah. So be careful you're not carrying a lot of stuff on you.
Gotta spread it out. Gotta go to the club and just spread it out.
You put it at the club or stash boxes at your house, whichever, because they can only take the stuff that's in your inventory. If you have it stashed somewhere else, they won't take that. Unless it's a SWAT raid, then they will take everything. So say if you have like a retail business, because you can use those to launder your money. Yeah, I know, right?
I didn't
know,
expect
right?
the laundering. No, that's a step too far. Okay, no.
You can use that to launder your money.
Yes,
so
great.
It's clean. And then but if you get caught, then the police will come in, SWAT raid it, and they will take, if you have like plants in there or anything growing, they'll take the plants, they'll take your inventory, and you'll take your sim away.
You could fully do a Breaking Bad. You could fully like act out Breaking Bad through these things.
And put them in Oasis Springs, somewhere over there. Pretend it's Albuquerque.
Yeah.
You know, be a teacher. So now you can be teachers. You know, be a teacher and then turn into a major drug dealer.
Oh man, do I have to watch Breaking Bad so I can reenact it? Okay. I guess.
No, don't twist my arm.
I'll be stressed out again. That's one of the few shows where I thought, like, because at one point, like, a kid's in trouble, like, they're fighting over, like, a knife near a toddler, and I was sitting there like, please don't stab the baby. Please.
I know, even I was like, I remember that when I was like, ooh, no.
I was like, they could go there. I don't know what.
They can go either way. That show can go on either way sometimes. You're like, ooh.
That's one of my biggest emotions. I remember being like, I think they're gonna stab the baby, and I don't think I can handle it.
You're like, no.
If I just don't look at it, it won't happen.
Close my eyes and mute in case I don't hear nothing.
Yeah. If I hear crying, I'll just turn it off.
I've done that sometimes. I don't want to like hear something. I'll like mute it real quick. I'm like, no, it's so cringy.
Show gets like socially like I have the secondhand embarrassment. I'll be like, I don't need to feel
I don't need to hear this. No.
Or I'll fast forward to be like, are we past the moment where they do something bad? Great. Fantastic.
I'll do that. I'll pause and I'm like, oh, do I want to continue this? I feel the cringe already. I was like, ugh.
Everyone says Schitt's Creek is great, but at least the first season is really secondhandy, like it's cringy. The first season kind of is to me. Everyone's like, oh yeah, after that it gets great. And I'm like, this is really hard for me to get through.
If I gotta cringe through the first season, like, do I need to watch the first season then? Kind of skip straight to the second?
I do know for like Parks and Rec, just go to the second season. I'm not a big skipper of stuff, but like Parks and Rec, just go to the second season. Because the first season is like it's rough. Because they're trying to be The Office, and they're not.
I do remember that. I do remember me trying to start Parks and Rec, and then I was like,
The second season starts with Leslie Knope just going around the parks office singing Parents Just Don't Understand. Like, that's the cold open. And it's so much better than everything they did in season 1.
Here for it.
So just go to season 2. Just skip it.
I have to skip straight to season 2.
Then it becomes wholesome, and you're like, what if the government did care about us? That'd be nice. I watched it at the same time I watched The West Wing, and I was like, wow.
Nice. What the government could be on TV, but
and somebody who cares about like an actual economics professor as the president. No.
You're a what?
You're educated? Man, sir?
Sir? Please be in real life.
Well, like, he's a Democrat, but he's also a Democrat who can quote the Bible to you at the drop of a hat, and like it's like
so conservatives love him. Yes.
The final season is because like it's the same president until like the final bit. And then, like, it obviously can't be him, so they're doing the race they're doing the presidential race for the next president. It's the guy who is the Republican nominee is played by Alan Alda, and also, like, he's kind of a libertarian, kinda. And then the presidential nominee, I think this was, like, in 2000 and I can't remember, but the Democratic nominee is based off of, a young black senator they saw in Chicago who's talked.
Were they foreshadowing?
They saw him talk, and it was before he was running for president, and they just based it off of him. And yeah, so like they predicted the future, but it was like this is a libertarian versus Barack Obama.
So Barack Obama won.
I think he did. Did they? Yes, he did actually win. But it was like, my God, like, oh, this is like the dream. They also did a live debate. Like, it was like, they just did it like a play, but they did a live debate. It's good times.
I may have to watch West Wing. It's on my list. I've heard very good things about it.
It is good. Some of the stuff is dated. Like, whenever they talk about weed, you're like, yay. That dates it the most. And also there's some weird stuff with one guy and a call girl in the first season that they quickly dropped in the second. He's just trying to be her friend, and like everyone's like, you're not trying to like save her, right? Like she's a grown ass woman and you know what job you're in, so like maybe you shouldn't. He's like, no, we're fine. Like maybe you're not. Maybe you should just leave the girl alone. You're being creepy.
Shouldn't he be helped? And
it's the same way that like Ross now is. Everyone can be like, this is toxic behavior, but at the time, everyone was like, Ross.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I know. Again, Friends was never.
It was okay. Like I never was like I did make sure to watch like the final episode when it came out, but I know people who still are obsessed with it to this day, and I'm like, some of the stuff is great because I love ensemble pieces and I love when they're all stuck together. Like.
Oh yeah.
I know, you know, we know, like that stuff's really good, but some of it I'm just like, this is all right.
Some of them like, I don't. They're like, it's so funny. I'm like,
my favorite episodes are the ones they just got them all like they're all stuck in a room or like they're all stuck on like that one set for whatever reason. Those are like the best ones because it's just them like doing weird stuff.
I feel like it's just weird stuff. They're probably ad-libbing at some point, like because there's playing off each other. Yeah.
The cast is, I will say, I think part of the reason it worked is Lisa Kudrow, who plays Phoebe. Literally, you could give her anything and she can make it funny.
And she'd run with it.
Yeah.
She'd make it funny and run with it.
She's hilarious. Like, you could give her any line, she could make it gold.
Yes.
Also, she's 10 years older than the rest of the cast. Did you know that?
I felt like I did. I knew she was older than the rest of the cast.
She's aged, like, I don't know. She could got work done, could not. But she's looking great. Like, she looks vague. Like, she still looks the same age as the rest of them.
No, she still looks pretty good.
Because I saw, like, some of the pictures of I haven't watched it yet, but the reunion, I was like, Lisa Kudrow still looks really good. Good for her.
No, yeah. All of them got kind of old, but...
Oh, yeah, they're all in, like, their 50s now, right?
Or approaching. They gotta be in their 50s. Yeah. Because they're in their, gotta be late, mid-30s, or early 30s, trying to be 20-something-year-olds on TV. Okay, back to drugs. So, with the mod, they added some traits that you can select in CAS. So, you can add a clever trait. So, this means that your sim, won't react too much when, drug deals go on around them. They're probably more inclined to do drugs. They're more of a late night person, like being in the clubs, They're like, let's go out dancing, let's pop some pills, let's do some partying.
So the clever with that one dancer trait would be a good combo.
I've done that a couple times, and then my sim OD'd on the fucking dance floor. But shit happens.
How hard is it to OD?
I feel like it takes, unless your sim just keeps kind of like, because you like for like for the MDMA for the pills, like they give you like a little pack or whatever of like 10, 15 pills.
Yeah.
And so your sim can, depending on where your autonomy is at, your sim can just keep popping them. If they're more, especially if they're like addicted, they'll just keep popping them. They'll just keep popping them if you have them in your inventory. And so I literally made a sim, spent all that time in CAS making a flipping sim, like got her house all nice and pretty, everything. And then it was like 2 sim days into it, she flipping keeled over from popping too many MDMAs. I didn't realize that she just kept popping them.
I made a sim to figure out some traits when we were going over. I do not remember why, but his name is DJ Zen. You should put him in your game. He just wants to be a DJ and do yoga. That's all he wants.
Oh my god, yes. He'll just, do yoga, be a nighttime DJ. That works because I'll do this later, but I have a aspiration that I'm working on that's involved in this mod. Because obviously it's their mod, they have a free version, then they have their Patreon version, right? And in their Patreon version, if you only pay $4.75 a month, you get their Patreon version. And with that, they give you a party planner aspiration. So you get to plan like raves and festivals, recruit you get to recruit DJs, for the festivals and for the rave, different locations. You get to have, a team of drug dealers, team of, team of promoters. And so you're trying to throw raves, throw festivals, be a party planner. And so I feel like DJ Zen be cool for that one.
He's got blue hair. He's definitely from 2 years ago. So, but I still love him. He was my cult leader, and then I rebranded him.
You know what? A rebranded cult leader that just wants to DJ?
In my brain, he was he started out the same way, but it's like an alternate universe. Like something happened. It's like he agreed to go to a party, so he became DJ Zen. But if he didn't agree to go to the party, he became a cult leader.
So kind of like a pick your own adventure type thing, and he went that way?
Mm-hmm. That is when we learned that you can't say no to a massage.
Oh.
Which is creepy on its own, but...
That's a little creepy.
You're going to sit in this chair, and I'm going to massage you. And you're like, okay.
Oh. You're just going to sit here.
Come into my home, stranger. All right.
Okay, I guess. You also get the straight edge trait, so you don't want to do any drugs. Very no drugs. You're good. You don't drug, you don't drink, you don't go out and party.
You're a regular sim.
You're a regular sim.
So do they act disgusted and stuff when they see
they'll be very uncomfortable. They'll be super disgusted. They'll be, if they do partake, they're full on uncomfortable. They're just, your sim is uncomfy, y'all. And you can't do nothing with an uncomfortable sim.
That's Nancy Landgraf. No, she takes Xanax.
Yeah.
That's, who's straight edge? Summer? We think Summer?
I can see Summer. Or, no, Market Flex would do steroids.
Judith Ward, if she's not the
leader, the head of anything, then she's a straight edge.
Yeah, if she's not the head of the cartel, she's definitely straight edge. Which one is she? You'll never know. That's how good she is.
I know that it's actually very true. Very true.
That's how she got that vault of money.
That is true. All that money. Secretly be selling drugs on the side, Judith. We see you. We see you, Judith. Then you also get the ADHD trait. So your sim will have trouble keeping attention for any long drawn-out task. Your sim will automatically cancel any interactions early, so you will get nothing done.
Oh, no.
If your sim does get a focus buff, it will go back. It will decay real fast. It will not be there for long. Think be focused for 2 hours? Nope.
Oh my god.
You got half hour. Nope. It'll make it harder for them to do homework or any studying, and then the various whims that will come up will be associated with them with that trait as well.
This is actually really cool because it's some of the stuff that comes with ADHD. That's at least fun that it's represented.
Yeah. And then that's where with the doctor's visit, say if you give this trait to your sims and then you take that sim to a doctor's visit, and that's where they'll prescribe you Adderall.
Oh.
For your sim to take.
Or Xanax.
Or Xanax.
Can you ask for Xanax? If you go super stressed, can they give you, can you ask for it?
I think so. If your sim goes to the doctor super stressed out, then they'll probably incline you to take some Xanax and chill.
There's a thunderstorm. I need
my Xanax. Where's the thunderstorm? The thunderstorm.
They're so sad. Every time the thunderstorm happens, none of you are getting anything done. Somehow you all want to go outside during this time, and I don't know.
You all want to go outside and be like, oh my god, there's a thunderstorm, and then run back inside. Then you want to go back outside and be like, oh my god, there's nothing. I'm like, no, stay inside.
You're like, you know what? I dropped the trash. I'm like, you did. I will take care of it. Get back in the house.
You don't need to go back out there so you can drop it again.
You'll never make it to the dumpster. Just go.
You'll just never make it. And then the side effects. So with every high, there is a low.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
So with any of these drugs, your sim can get addicted. Your sim can become a cokehead. It can be addicted to drinking, to MDMA, to shrooms, and to that purple drink. And then your sim will be craving it, uncomfortable. It'll go through mood swings. It'll be angry, suddenly, then sad suddenly. It will go through withdrawals. If your sim is addicted, they will have the decision. They can go to rehab. They can click on their phone and they can decide to take that step.
Is there like a whim that pops up that they want to go to rehab, or?
I don't think so.
Can their daddy tell them they're fine?
But for teen sims, if they come around their parents too many times, either being drunk or high, their guardian will send them off to rehab.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like the first time, the parents will always be like, oh, shocked, and be like, I always love it because then the parent gets embarrassed and the sim will get like a little embarrassed thing and be like, oh no, parental caught. Exactly. They'll be all embarrassed. They'll be like, oh no, I got caught by my parents. And they'll be like upset for like 2 days. And then
dramatic.
I know, right? Be all dramatic. The parent be like, what? I literally had a little moodlet that made my parent depressed because I felt like it was a bad parent and didn't know what their child did. I was like, y'all being too realistic.
They just thought the purple drink was grape soda, and then they got hooked. It's not your fault.
I know. And then if they do it a second time, the parent will threaten them with rehab, and they find a third time, and they'll kick the teen sim straight off to rehab.
Is it automatic, or do you have to?
I think it's automatic. I actually haven't had my teen. I haven't had to send my teen to rehab yet.
Yet.
And then I know
there's
always a possibility.
There's so many troubled teens in the gallery. Just go a picking.
And honestly, now knowing more and seeing more, I may play around and be like, what can my teen do?
So much.
Because I rarely play with teens, especially because they make the teens like
look like adults.
They look like adults, and then they always have those weird ass mood swings. And I'm like, I don't want to play with you sometimes. But
the mood swings are the only reason that I have them, because they do have the emotional, like I can run with emotion, so they can get emotional control. It's the only reason I have them do it, because I'm like, because then when they're super angry as an adult, they can just be like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, because I made you jog a lot. You were pissed
I made you jog a lot.
You're welcome.
I made you wind down with classical music. Okay, you're fine. Mm-hmm. Go knit in the corner.
That's stability. You're welcome.
No, it's true.
Healthy habits early.
That honestly, it is.
It's why I don't like Vet Pack gets a lot of hate, but I'm like, actually, it shows a lot of good things that parents can do for kids to help them.
Honestly, yeah, yeah. Those, what are they called? The little 5.
It's like it's not traits. Emotional. Traits. There's emotional control, manners.
It's like emotional control, manners, responsibility,
character values.
Character values. Thank you.
Manners, responsibility, conflict resolution, empathy, emotional control. These also feel like they could be Digimon crests. Light, hope,
emotional control,
courage.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and then with each expansion pack that you have, you can do a couple different things. So like I said, with the Get to Work, you can create your own dispensary, you can sell weed, sell shrooms, and then you can use it to, launder your money.
Woo!
And then with Get Together, you can create a club that meets, like I said earlier, you can create a club that meets and does drugs together, or have a club that does sex, drugs, and just hangs out, They do whatever.
Trying to think judgment. Of what would you do? You have clubs? Have you named them stuff?
I've done. What did I've done? I've done Just to Get High Club, and they were just sitting in the house just smoking weed all day.
One should just be named the Scooby Gang if you're gonna call it Scooby Snacks.
The Scooby Gang. I would do that one. Which one was called Scooby Snacks?
I don't know, because I like it a lot, and I definitely would never guess. Like, I'd be like, okay, cool, you like those cookies.
Oh, it was ecstasy or MDMA. It was
Oh,
Scooby
fuck.
Snacks. Popping them pills.
Cute. What a cute group.
They're just eating Scooby Snacks over there. They're fine. They're a group they're a club that eats Scooby Snacks together and watch lots of Scooby Doo.
Oh, she fell down. Oh, well.
Oh, she's talking to a wall? Well, she's talking to a wall.
Oh, I have another story.
I would say, I feel like you probably have a lot of stories working at a concert venue of just drugged out people.
This was my worst night. Like, this was absolutely my worst night. It was the first time I was in charge of a floor, and like we were understaffed, so we have two entrances to get. I was on the mezzanine, and there are two ways to get in, and there's on the outside you could look down to the first floor lobby, and there were stairs on either side going up and down. There was a lady who on the back wall, so to her right there were the stairs going up and down. To her left was you could look down to the first floor. She was trying to exit the building through the wall and like not understanding that she couldn't do that. And like there was also like one other lady who was continuously, it was an EDM show, and like she was just bitching she couldn't see, and I was like, it's really not the point of this show, but okay. So we moved her 3 times. She had just thrown up and gotten thrown out, and like me, I was standing right next to the guy who like the head manager, and we both just were like, well, okay, we wasted hours on her today. We turned around and this woman was trying to exit the building through a wall. And I tried to get her. Normally my if I can get them to sit, that's fine. She wouldn't sit, and I was like, fuck, that's my only way.
You're like, my only trick is for you to sit, and you're not doing it, ma'am, please sit.
Because she was like moving, and like she was getting too close to the edge for me to like. I was like, fuck.
You're like, don't fall off the edge.
I called Heart Medical because I was like, oh, I don't know about this lady, and then like the Heart Medical came with like one of the police officers that we have on staff, and like they're like, oh, we got a jumper, and they went and like grabbed her, and I was like, please remove her.
I'm like, oh, we have a jumper.
Here we go.
Let's go get her.
We're EDM shows though, they're either like super chaotic or super mellow, because for the most part, everyone's in a large group. There's at least 3 mom friends going, everybody good? Everybody have water? Yep. We're just gonna sit here until we want to dance, and then we're gonna go. And you're like, great, please go away. And that's it.
I know, I'm usually that. I've been to a couple like EDM shows and like rave shows, and I've had my friends like pop and roll. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just gonna smoke in the corner real quick. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be that high. I'm not gonna be on y'all's level, but I'm gonna be my high. But I'm gonna make sure y'all are good. You got drinking your water? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do we need everyone accounted for?
Yeah, let's count off real quick.
Exit buddy. Everyone has their exit buddy.
All together. Formation. Let's go.
We're all going to the bathroom together. Okay, everyone come on.
I can't count, so I need everyone to like make noises. Please.
I had 3 with me. I have 3 again. Are you the same 3 though? Are you?
Wait, who are you?
Who are you?
We've had people be like, if I don't come back with my friend, you need to send me back to go get her. And you're like, okay. Fair.
If I don't come back with my friend, tell me to go get her. Shouldn't you be with her though? But you tell me to go get her though. Like, you don't see me with you. No.
Because we both went to the bathroom, and if I come back alone, that means I left her somewhere. She could be anywhere. I'm like, okay. At least you know. Like, at least.
True. At least you know.
That... You're the runner friend. There's at least one runner friend in every group.
There is.
That books it. And you're like, where the fuck did you go? I don't know.
I wandered off somewhere.
I think I was in an elevator. I don't know. You're like, what? There's no elevator in this building.
Well, I found one somewhere.
Don't tell him I peed in it. Shh.
Oh my god. Oh Lord, no. I bet that's happened somewhere.
Yeah, I was known for I actually got told there was one group of people who were like, they were like, it's us," and we see so many people, I'm like, "Oh, cool, I don't know who you are," like, because they're like, "We remember what you told us," and I was like, "What did I tell you?" Like, "You don't care what we smoke as long as we smoke it outside." I was like, "That sounds like something I would say." Fundamentally, don't give a shit, just do it
You're
outside the
like, do
building.
it outside the building and don't bring it inside.
We just redid the ceilings. We don't want smoke on it. It's really that simple. Oh, we can move on after that. This is probably my last story. We just redid the carpets, and somebody was sitting on it. We don't like people sitting on the steps for safety reasons, but he was sitting on the steps trying to light something up, and one of our people just went up. Like nobody could move him. Like he wasn't moving for anybody's opinion. And
Of
one of
course.
our nicer people went up and just went, "Sir, I'm so sorry. We just replaced these carpets. Could you?" He's like, "Oh, I thought they were really plushy. Oh, I'll get up." He got up and left. And it's like they don't give a shit about the rules, but if you're just like, "We just replaced the carpets." "Oh, okay.
I
Sounds
love
good."
that. I wonder why it was so plushy.
It
Like,
was
man.
soft. I noticed. You're like, "Yeah, thank you for noticing."
You're like, thank you, sir. It is new. So get up.
Please just don't sit. There's no
Thank
vomit
you.
on this yet. Please get up.
And we don't want it to vomit or you to drop whatever you're trying to light
Yeah,
on the
please don't light
carpet.
this place on fire. It's old. This is an old building.
We'd not like to have it burnt down. Thank you. Take your stuff outside.
Or at least in the bathroom, for the love of God.
Oh God, at least the bathroom.
Like, we'll know, but it's also, like, not a wood floor in there, so. And there's water everywhere, so we can just douse it if we don't like it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. And then where are we? And then seasons. So if you have seasons, you can always add a 420 holiday. As actually I deleted whatever the flower spring holiday was.
Oh.
And then I replaced it in spring for my 420 holiday.
Very nice.
So my sim just smokes weed and bakes edibles.
Bless Seasons. I think Seasons is my favorite expansion pack still. To this day, I think Seasons
did real good.
That calendar is so nice.
Honestly, it really is. I don't go to majority of the stuff that they say that's on there, but for the stuff that I do want it, it's perfect.
Or just being like, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Oh yes. Yes. What is it gonna be scorching hot for the rest of the week? Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn my Sim's AC on.
Am I sending my sim to go ski because it's going to be too hot here? I am. Fantastic.
I always forget about that. You can send them off ski.
Just send them somewhere warm. Just if it's too cold, send them to Sulani. It's great.
I always forget about that. You can.
They'd probably get sick from the whiplash, but they don't know that, so it's okay.
They'll be fine. It's fine. They'll all be fine. And then if you have Get Famous, then you can earn fame points and build your reputation. If you have celebrities as your client when you're dealing.
Or if you are the celebrity and you're dealing, Judith.
That is true. That is true. And then you can get into VIP clubs as a drug dealer if you want. You can interact with like the VIP bouncer and be like, hey, they need some supplies restocking. Can I get up in there?
I just thought of a twist for your drug dealer, sex worker roommate. Judith Ward is in charge of both of them. She runs both.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Oh my God. I can see. Can I do that? I think I can. I'm gonna figure that out. It's possible. If not, I'm gonna figure it out.
I want her to sit on a big fancy chair for the reveal, like a zoom in reveal, and it'd be like, I invited you both here for a reason.
You guys are both under me.
What?
Please call me Miss Ward.
There was an episode of Sailor Moon where I can't remember what was going on, but Darren and Serena were both trying to be like, I can't transform right now because they don't know that I'm Sailor Moon. They don't know I'm Tuxedo Mask.
Oh,
They're both just like,
they're like trying to like run off to like transform.
Yeah. It'll be like that, but with sex working and drug dealing.
Be like, I need to go to work real quick.
I just have to change my clothes.
I just gotta change to my slutty outfit real quick.
This is what I sleep in. It's fine.
That's what they legit call it. They call it. Is that what the button says? Not turn slutty, or not.
Turn slutty, I am imagining a Sailor Moon type transformation where like the end result is lingerie.
Or it's like where I don't know why. Maybe slutty isn't in the wording there. It may not be.
It's
I'm just adding in words.
2021. We don't use the word. We don't slut shame anyone anymore.
I know. So I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think I'm just adding stuff in there. I'm adding. We don't slut shame. We don't slut shame. Obviously, with my sex working sim, I don't slut shame. She knows whatever her heart desires.
Whatever
okay?
she wants.
Whatever she wants, whomever she wants.
She's more free than we are. She's living her best life.
I live my best life through my Sims, okay?
Yeah, you never get, the police are never a problem? Yes.
Police are never a problem. I will even like assign, because you can't assign like NPC characters. So you have bouncers you can assign, police officers you can assign, drug dealers. If you want certain Sims to have like to do certain drugs, like for that Sim to be that like drug addicted person in your whatever, you can assign them that.
Oh.
And then you also have you can assign a shaman. And they can come over and they'll give you ayahuasca. Is that what it is?
No, I think so.
Yeah, ayahuasca, and they'll perform whatever the ceremony, and then you can have like a spiritual journey. Your sim can like go on a journey or whatever. It's great. And then, speaking of that, because with the trips, if you have Journey to Batu, which I don't have because I ain't giving Star Wars my money.
I bought for the stupid showcase. The showcase made me buy my shame. Ugh. You're welcome. You're welcome,
Thank
Patreon.
you. Thank you. Thank you for that sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. Because everybody builds, the Bourse packs still have good build items. They
do actually. Batu does have some good build items that I've seen.
Yeah, industrial stuff. Yeah, it's got some solid stuff.
It does. It does. Well, if you have this mod and you have the Journey to Batu, then you can basically only get to Batu by going on a trip. So a trippy Batu. So you can get to Batu when you take some ayahuasca and you have a breakthrough to the other side.
So the whole thing is just a really strong dream.
Yes. You can go on a spiritual journey to Batu.
My spiritual journey involves a lightsaber and an R2-D2.
If that's what you feel.
Apparently it is.
Oh my god. But yeah.
That's the best way to experience, I think, Batu is
honestly
drugs.
Now that I know this, I don't want to buy Batu, but if I wish I had Batu just to experience this.
I wonder,
what?
Someone's got to have done it on YouTube.
Someone's got to, or I have to ask someone, come in their Basemental's Discord, come one of their Patreons, because I'm impatient about the mod. And we have to ask if someone did that, because I would love to see that, personally. To see how someone did a trip to Batu while on a trip.
There's somebody named J Nasty Games that came up when I searched Batu Basemental drugs. Psychonaut Aspiration Part 3, Psychedelic Explorer, Basemental Drug Mod, The Sims 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, because they give you some... is that Basemental does that? See, some of my mods, I feel like, intertwine with each other. I forget which one's which sometimes. Oh. But yeah, with Basemental, you can have another aspiration that I believe comes with the regular public version. And basically it's like a psychedelic aspirations. Basically you can try, I think it's the aspiration to try almost every drug.
Oh, that does seem exactly like a Sims 4 aspiration. Just do all the things and come back. And you're like, all right.
Like, yeah, it's like try all the drugs, or then you get to do like, you go to your computer and you can do like trip reports. So while you're on the drug, you can like make notes or blog about it. You can sim blog about how you're, tripping balls and seeing lights.
Captain's log.
Pretty much captain's log of this trip on shrooms. Let's go.
I still can't feel my nose or my knees. I am
Guess
worried.
what? I'm confident for the next 4 days. Your sim will have a confident movement for the next 4 days.
Have you tried Nutter Butters? So good.
They're so good, you guys. But no, yeah. That's pretty much majority of Basemental mod.
What's your favorite thing that you've learned from this mod, do you think?
I think my favorite thing I've learned is I think it was the fact that I learned that you can go buy cocaine in the what was the place we were saying? The
El Salvadorada.
El Salvadorada. So if you're like a level 10 on a cocaine dealing skill, then for you to get like the best prices, you can take a trip to El Salvador and you can go in the jungle and basically buy get bricks of cocaine back.
The trees where the bricks of cocaine grow off of, you can just go plucking from the
Just start go plucking some cocaine, that cocoa, man, for that cocaine.
That is really funny.
That is really funny, and I kind of I was already, majority of my sims do like a little bit of drugs sometimes, but now I just want to make a sim dedicated
to the craft.
The craft of trying to figure out more of this mod, because I feel like I just hit the surface. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot more. They also have Basemental does start off with the drugs. If you don't want to have all the drugs in your game, they also have another mod of just the alcohol. If you just think the alcohol is good to do that way, you can just put that in. And then they also have a Basemental gangs. So you can have gangs in your...
Woo!
I know, right? Like, you need that in your Sims. But it's actually rather interesting. I played it a little bit. So you can do a whole gang, drug, cartel storyline thing.
How's it different than the groups we can make and get together?
I think this one you have like certain people you recruit, or there's pre-established gangs. I believe I can't remember exactly what each gang is called, but there's a couple different pre-established gangs, and then I think you can get in the gang or like assign to be in the gang or whatever. And basically, you can send each like a different person in your gang off to do something. So they can go off to bribe someone, or they can go off to collect money. They can go off to,
It's like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood when you got all those people and you can just be like, go rob those people.
Pretty much, yeah. Go rob this or go and then come back with my money. You can do that. And I think that also, you can also build a skill on that. So there's different skill levels.
Oh, I imagine that with the extreme violence mod can get interesting.
That would be interesting. I had too many mods in at one point, so I had to...
I had a really funny thought about Batu. What if it's like they're not like their spiritual journeys, that they're really just at a theme park, but they think they're tripping so bad they think they're seeing aliens, but really they're just at the theme park.
There's at the theme park. Oh shit! I'm tripping so hard. I'm in Batu. No, sir.
Your horns are beautiful. Sir, please stop my mask. I work so hard on it.
Like, please, sir. Or he thinks he's tripping so hard he thinks he's at Batu, but it's really alien night at the bar. He just wandered into the bar and that would be alien night.
I have one more story. It's not drug related though, but it is hilarious.
I'll take it.
There were stairs going up. It was this quiet night. It's like a punk rock night, and like the punk rock nights, honestly, the easiest nights. The mosh pit, respectful.
Oh, I bet.
If someone ends up in there, they don't want to be there, they stop the mosh pit. They get them out. Then they continue to just thrash. 2 chicks were the drunkest ass people in the whole building. So they were just going around being loud, and then they started twerking on like 5 steps up, twerking on like the edge, where the edge of their feet were on the edge of the step. literally this woman did a backflip, like accidentally, not on purpose. She slipped because she was twerking, backflipped, landed on her feet.
What?
And she was upset because everything came out of her bag. And all of us were just like, we had to stop while she was like, oh God, my stuff. And we're just like, you just backflip. Like, it wasn't on purpose. It was definitely an accident.
But then you turned that into a backflip real quick, and you're upset about. You know what? Be upset about your bag.
We got him to leave the building because, like, we're just like, oh yeah, you just want to go straight out those doors to go to that thing, and we got him to leave because they were just like so drunk. We're like, we can't serve you anymore. Like, we told them at first we were trying to get them to leave. They're like, no, no, no. And we're like, you know what? If you just want to walk right out those doors, you'll be fine. And they did, and they didn't come back. They didn't come back.
If you want to keep walking, they can serve you out there. Oh, really? Yeah, they can serve you definitely. Keep walking through those doors. Keep on going.
They're the kinds of people you're like, I bet they're a lot of fun, but they would definitely leave, like, they're definitely like, if they were in a larger group, they would just leave that, they would abandon that group. And if there was a third person, they would just abandon that third person and just
And then go off and do whatever themselves.
We're in Canada, so weird. And you're like, oh my God.
How'd you get there? I don't know. Can you come pick us up?
I think we swam across the river. We're wet. I don't understand. All right.
You're like, okay, guys. You're good.
Mods scare me, but I am interested. Some of it's intriguing.
Yes. Some of it is intriguing.
And knowing you just keep it like pretty low and the chances of an OD are not high.
Yeah, as long as you just like monitor your Sims.
Oh, does drinking water do anything with them? Does it help a hangover? Does it like help moderate like anything?
I don't know. My Sim just kind of randomly drinks water on its own sometimes.
Oh.
I never actually say, hey, go drink water.
Hydration's important. Hydrate.
But no, yeah, your sim will get buzzed, it'll get tipsy, it'll get too drunk. Honestly, I love the moodlets that it'll go through. Because your sim get drunk, it'll be flirty a little bit, and then it'll get a little confident, it'll get a little, liquid courage.
So it's not just dazed, because I think in the game it's just if you drink too much you're dazed and that's it.
Oh yeah, no. You'll feel like you'll get a little tipsy, little green, feeling good, tipsy moodlet, and then if you're around someone you like, you'll be under a little flirty.
Aww.
And then you drink a little more, you'll be confident, depending on, I think it also depends on what you're drinking. Like what the different drinks are.
That's true.
So I like the realism that it gives. The little more realism that it gives the game. I like it.
And it seems like it's balanced right, because that was like our big issue with Slice of Life is like this is not balanced to what the game is, and like I shouldn't be on my period for 3 days when 3 days is like 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, this one definitely has a nice balance, because unless your Sim's continually doing drugs constantly, it will crash eventually, but like if you do a line of cocaine, you'll have that little crash, but if you don't do any more, then your Sim's fine.
It'll just be that time I did cocaine.
Yeah, it'll be that one time I did cocaine. You'll be like, okay, I was at a party. Cool beans.
It was just on the bar, so I just did it and then I was done.
No, it was just there, did a line, and then kept moving. It was good.
And you Patreon your patronage of their Patreon?
I'm patronage of their Patreon. I am. And when you totally gonna plug all their stuff. So when you do, you get a hold of their Discord, as you do ours as well.
You lucky folks, you.
Hence why you're hearing this episode.
Woo, bonus.
I feel like we didn't talk. Oh, there's a whole thing about drugs. Should we have a PSA beforehand?
You PSA'd at the front, no?
A little PSA at the front. It's all about drugs, yo.
PSA. We can PSA in the. I guess it's about drugs. It's about Basemental. When you clicked on it, I feel like.
I know. I feel like
that's also how I felt about Wicked Wins. Of like, it's Wicked Wins.
If you don't know by now.
Now you know.
Now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
You know. Did we not do a thing in the front? Oh, it was when you did Basemental. Basemental PSA, not our podcast PSA.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I did Basemental's little PSA, not our PSA. PSA, this episode's about drugs, yo.
Drugs.
Drug responsibly.
Everything in moderation. Drink some
Everything
water.
yes. Always drink water if you're gonna have drugs. Just saying.
Add what? Nope, doesn't. It's not anything. Always drink water. Blah.
You're like, I'll make it a thing. No.
My friend didn't believe me when I told her because her friend made her brownies for her birthday.
Mhm.
She didn't believe me that. No, I didn't. She didn't tell me that. She was like, she ate one before we got there, a whole one.
Oh wow.
So she didn't have a good birthday.
So she didn't have a good birthday.
If it's an edible, they're edibles first before I go on this PSA.
Yes, there are edibles. You can make click any of the stoves. You can make edible brownies, tacos.
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 Is that a real thing?
You can make edible anything.
That's true.
Days.
I guess you just sprinkle it on top. I don't know. No, you would want to. You want to make it in the sauce. I got there. You just ingest it, nothing happens, right?
You just sprinkle a little weed on top. It's fine. It's like oregano. It's fine.
Will it do anything if you just eat it like that?
I don't know. What happens if you just eat straight weed.
I have somebody I could ask, but I also don't want to be
like research for a podcast real quick.
I have a question. I don't need you to test it, but you'd probably put it in the sauce. I got there. The same way you would a brownie. You'd put it in the oil.
Yeah, you put it in the oil or the pasta sauce. I actually have a friend who's getting into like edible catering stuff or like wants to do like dinners and stuff. And she did a whole dinner before COVID, before times.
You're so pure.
I know, so pure. You had everyone over. She had like infused like spaghetti and like salad with like infused dressing, and
Ooh.
It was actually really good. I went home real toasted.
I would be asleep. I go home and be like, and I'm sleeping.
I slept so well that night.
I bet.
Fully slept a full night, and that rarely happens to me these days, and it's great. It was great.
But if you've never had an edible and you're handed a brown, don't eat the whole brownie.
No.
You can't handle. And if you feel like it's been 5 minutes, I don't feel anything, don't touch the rest of the brownie. Move away from it.
Yes.
Because that's the most dangerous thing. Like that's when bad stuff happens, is when you keep eating the edibles.
Yeah, I don't feel nothing. Just wait
a goddamn minute.
Wait about 45 minutes to an hour and you will feel that. Hold up a second.
As soon as she started going, the bed's moving, we're like, uh-oh.
You're like, oh, you know what level you're on.
Here we go.
And this is how our night's going. Okay, well. But no, if you haven't tried this this mod, give it a go. Give it a download. You know, give it a try. You don't have to do the Patreon just yet, but their public version is pretty much has everything except for the party raver aspiration.
Do you like that aspiration?
I do so far. It's rather interesting because instead of like nightclubs, you get like rave locations. So you get to add like some other little venues in there.
That'd be good for the What's that one? That's not Bridechester. It's the big town that came with clubs, and then there's the bottom section that's not used for anything.
Wittenberg,
yeah, and the club has like the bottom part. That'd be good for.
I actually have a little rave club that's like hidden in the woods on that little square lot that's on the island of Windenburg that's like empty.
Yeah.
It's like right there. I think it's like on the same island as like the Bluffs or whatever. And so I have a little rave location right in there. It's like in the trees.
The Bluffs is pretty much the rave location. We're just gonna
pretty much.
We're gonna go high up near some cliffs and party. Nothing can go wrong.
Pretty much. And like with the raves, you have to like plan it out. So you have to like hire security. You know, they give you like 2 little security companies to choose from.
Cute.
Higher security. You have to recruit people to your team. So you recruit a drug dealer, you recruit a promoter, and you recruit a DJ. And so if you have them all in there, then they'll go and they'll put on your rave. Promoters will go and do their thing and promote the party. You get to set what the price of the ticket price is going to be. You can choose whether it's going to be like teens only or, young adults or both.
Only elderly are allowed in this
Yeah.
party.
Surprisingly, they don't have an elders on there. I'm like, elders may want to rave. They can,
There may
rave
be
it up.
more accidental deaths that happen, but that's their own. Maybe that's how they want to go.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't judge. If you want to be old and go rolling, doing some Scooby snacks, go right on ahead.
They're just doing this like Scooby
Who's doing
Dooby Doo,
this?
Scooby Dooby Doo. Where
Oh my
are
god.
you?
I went out to this club in San Francisco a while ago, and there's literally, the back half was like 70s music, the front half was like 80s music, right? So it was kind of cool, but in the 80s part, I literally saw this old guy with a walker. He had his suspenders on, he had like his little pants cuffed, right?
Yes.
He was just with his walker. He was just, what? I'm like, yes, man. I saw these two girls go up to him and start dancing with him too. I went, yes, this is the vibe.
Every EDM show, I don't know the name of this guy. We called him, he was known as it's the dancing guy. That's what we called him. I don't think he was on any drugs ever, but he'd come in with a cape, like there was a whole production with his outfit, multicolored socks that did not match up to up his legs, like a whole situation was going on. He would go to he was on the mezzanine for a while. He'd just pick a spot, have his waters, and then he would just like dance in a circle for hours. And like he'd be near where we were standing, and we'd be like, he's not throwing up yet, but he's just spinning and doing like up and down hand motions for the entire time. And like I've like heart medical, I was like, can you just like talk to him for like 2 seconds? Like I need to know if he's okay.
Like, I'm not sure, but can you monitor him? Just keep in.
And they talked to him. He's like, no, he's fine. That's just how he dances. And he showed up at like every EDM show, and he would just do that. And like to the point where we just like let him go on whatever floor he wanted, because like we all were like, oh, it's dancing guy. Dancing guy's here. Over the radio, dancing guy is here, everybody. Yay.
You're like, at least we know he's not on drugs. Woo!
So far, he's been no problem whatsoever. So I don't know if he knew that we were all like, woo, when he showed up, but he didn't show up for like 3 concerts in a row, and we got worried. We're like, what's happening with dancing guy?
I'm not gonna lie, I would be worried too. I'm like, you're not here? What?
What's the matter, dancing guy? Oh, one time somebody he knew showed up because like he stopped and talked to him, and he just started doing like dancing in place and doing this, and we're like, oh, it's dancing. Don't be ashamed, dancing guy. It's who you are.
You stop dancing in place.
We're like, no.
You're like, no.
I want him and the old guy at the club to become best friends and to have some kind of buddy cop tour.
They'd be like, I'm gonna do this in a circle, and you just go with your walker, man.
Around, I'll circle you while you and your walker.
I'll circle you. You do your 2-step with your walker, and then I got you, bro. I got you.
I'd watch that for at least 10 minutes.
I honestly, I probably would watch that for at least.
Just to be like, oh, they're still going. Huh, they are still going.
I'd watch for like a couple minutes, and I'd turn back around, and then I'd come back, like, oh shit, okay, yeah. Go ahead, Grandpa, go! Go, Grandpa, go!
Go, 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 go.
Sorry. But, yeah, I think that's it.
That's drugs.
That's drugs, yo.
Drugs. You see that? Drugs. No, sir, no. Drugs?
Drugs? Anybody? Anybody drugs?
It took me so long to figure out that sound is a TikTok sound, that drugs.
Oh, is drugs?
It? Drugs?
I think everything's a TikTok sound these days.
The amount that I hear that, do you want to fight me? Do you want to catch these hands?
Oh my god. Every time.
A small animal is attacking anything, I'm like, do you want to fight me? Bitch, get me on the street.
Do you want to catch these hands?
Everything's a TikTok sound.
Everything is a TikTok sound. That is what our society is in these days. You trapped us in the house for 14 months. Everything is a TikTok sound. That's what you get.
I don't know how to end. I had this problem before. I don't know how to end podcasts. I'm just excited to talk to people.
Just excited to talk to people. Thank you, our citizens, for listening to us and for donating to our Patreon and actually paying to hear these episodes.
Woo! If there's something you want us to talk about, turns out we could talk about pretty much anything from this convo.
We can. Apparently, we can talk about drugs for a while.
Me being like, Drunk Caitlin gets pretty high reviews from like everybody. Everybody likes Drunk Me. Drunk Me sees door like a closed door as if you didn't lock it, then I could open it and I'm gonna go in.
You don't want to be checking all the doors. Like, what's up? Is open? Are we going in this way?
I've done it in bars and just been like, oh look, it's a closet. Get out of there. Like, okay.
You're like, my bad.
Just want to know what's in there.
See, the more I drink, the more I turn into a mom for some weird reason. I like to make sure everyone else is like okay. Even though I'm also tipsy, I'm like, you have water? Are you okay? Are you good?
Love learning drunk what versions of like the good drunk that you are, like, because I don't know if it's telling about a personality or not. Like, I don't know if it is, because sometimes it's just that person would never do that unless they had 2 drinks. It has good, but then other times it's like, yeah, it just emphasizes this one part of you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for a D&D character to make, using your drunk version of yourself is a good way to go.
Oh my god, that'd be funny.
Because you already know because like I know what drunk me does, and like you know what drunk you does, so it's easy to pretend, but it's not you.
That is true. You'd be like, that's not me, but that's kind of me. Let's make sure everyone has water.
I know what that bitch would do. She would hydrate everyone.
Bitch would hydrate everyone and then make sure. Like me and my friend had like a 4th of July party, and I had to go to work the next day, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I was like still drinking. It's when I was my early 20s, and I can do that. Still drinking, and then I was like, okay, so make sure that they're comfortable and they have water. We took the trash out because trash has to be the trash cans are being picked up. The cats are in the room. I'm checking off all the checklists.
And you're like, sober you wouldn't care.
I'm like, so especially because it wasn't my house, it was my friend's house, and I was going because we lived in like a townhouse complex, so she was like 4 houses down from me. And so the party was at her house, and I was going to walk the 4 houses down to my house back and then go to work the next day. And so I was like, okay, so we have the cats in the room. They're comfortable. You're good. The trash cans are out. I'm like, okay, you guys, I'm going to leave. I need you to lock the door behind me. I'm like, make sure you guys lock the door. Then I'm all like, serial killers, y'all. Serial killers.
I could be one. You don't know. You want to be safe.
I was like, and my friend was like, we'll lock it after we make sure you're home. I'm like, I'm 4 houses down.
You'll be asleep by the time I come back.
I'm like, I'm going to check with you guys after I get off. I'm pretty sure all y'all be passed out. And yes, every single one of them are passed out.
That sweet, sweet drunk asleep.
I was like, here you guys go. Even though I was late. I was a daycare teacher at the time.
Oh, gosh.
And luckily, we were closed on 4th of July, but the 5th was like a Friday or something. And for some reason, our center didn't close down for the 5th. You would think
they would, but no.
No. And so we had like 4 kids there because majority of the parents took that day off, so they had their kids.
Some of them have to work. It's what's
some of them had to work, yeah. So I had like 4 kids, and I'm like, I'm not completely hungover, but I'm feeling
on the
something.
brink.
So I'm like laying on the floor. I'm just letting the kids climb over me like I'm a jungle gym. I'm like, go ahead, kids. Just go ahead.
I think when I still worked in I worked in the college cafeteria, and like one time, like I worked morning shifts because just sometimes like they were just longer and also super fucking easy. But there was one day like the 2 of us were hungover, I think from the same party. But then a sink broke and like everything started breaking, and we're just sitting here like, I can't handle this right now. Like, I can't do this.
You're like, yo, this is not on my level. Nope, not doing this today.
We're trapped on the salad bar, and the sink is broken, and I'm gonna be in the cooler for 10 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay, how are we wrapping this up? Okay.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for doing the work, Allie. I just showed up and derailed us a lot.
You know what? Thank you for showing up so I had someone to talk to about drugs for, the last hour and a half.
No problem.
This is honestly one of my favorite mods, so I am very happy to talk about it. And I know this has been requested in our Discord a couple times for bonus episodes. So hopefully we may release this one. We'll see how many tangents we went off and how that goes.
How much Jess is going to be like, you guys are fucking...
I know, like, why did you guys go off on so many damn tangents in the middle? Sorry, Jess.
This is what happens when we record after work. This is after work recording.
That too. We're just gonna ramble, y'all. It's good. We're gonna go on all these tangents. Actually, I think we did pretty well because they kind of weaved in a little bit.
Mine show I don't do a lot of drugs, but I've witnessed a lot of drugs. I also do know I have my family has like addictive personality like weaved in, so I'm like I'm never going to try some of the bit harder stuff because I'm afraid part of me likes that I had a bad reaction to weed for the most part, so I wouldn't get addicted because my family has a bad history of getting addicted to stuff. So I'm like, I don't need to try anything else.
You know what? To each their own. You know, everyone knows their limits. You know,
as long as you're okay while you're doing them, I don't care.
Honestly, again, just moderation is key, and just make sure you drug smart.
Drug smart. Okay? Drink water.
Drug smart. Drink water. Drug smart.
Drug smart. Listen to this podcast.
Drug smart. Become a Patreon, or you're already a Patreon. Drug smart. Drug smart. I was looking for the tagline. It's going to be drug smart. Dare fail. Drug smart.
But thank you. We'll see you next month. Let us know if there's a mod, if you ever mod request, we probably won't do it next month because we have to like try the mod if we're not already trying it. But like, do you want us to be true crime podcasters? We can do that. You want us to be book podcasters? Oh, and we have a book club. Never mind, we won't do this.
You have a book club. But we can talk about anything, it's bonus. So any bonus topic you want us to, lovely to hear us discuss about, or yeah. Okay, so I said thank you. Thank you to all Simmons for supporting, and let us know what you want to listen to next month. And we'll see you guys later.
See you in the podcast.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye. Badish. Dag dag.